We have been able to generate 20 sales call per day using the RAD funnel for our client, a new marketing system that works automatically to drive sales by building trust with your customers even before you know them. If you want the access to this document and understand exactly what the RAD funnel is in your own time later on, you can click the link in the description. You will get the access to this document and you can actually learn how this thing would help you. So there are proper links so that you can have a meeting with us. We'll sit on a call and we'll figure out if this is something that would work for 7.1k events in the last 365 days. That turns out to be around 20 meetings or 20 sales call a day. This is called the RAD funnel, and this ground up totally different from the common marketing methods that there is, and because of how it can actually sustain itself at any point of scale you are in your company. So there is no need to optimize the funnel as you scale frequently. The system builds trust way before a person books a sales call with you, leading to more bookings, higher show up rate, higher close rates, and less work on the actual sales call. This funnel will take you, even if you are making $5,000 a month, to literally like $50,000 a month. Now we'll be talking about the exact reasons why we built this system and how this system and what this system is actually built upon. See, the very first thing that we noticed is that skepticism is at all-time high. Information is abundant and competition is literally everywhere. Selling fake scarcity, one-way sales funnel, cold emailing, sliding into the DMs do not work at this point of time because people have developed some sort of tolerance around this kind of marketing efforts. They already know that this guy is going to send me something if he's putting me through such pattern. Trust me, I've tried them all over the years and handled millions of dollars for me and my clients. These methods no longer work because they do not build enough trust before the sales call itself. This leads to high cost per sales, high no-show rate, low close rates, 60 plus minutes of sales calls, and sales cycle just extends for you in your business. To build all this trust on a sales call with common marketing efforts, you need to rely on handful of superstar salespeople, maybe even the founders themselves. See, at this point of time you're watching this video, I recorded this video in just 45 minutes. And any lead that comes down to my team to this particular asset that I have created would be handled by my team, right? The closing would be done by my team. So at any point of time, I have to invest only 2 to 3 hours a week to create these assets that would bring me leads and get me sales for the business. And everything, the rest of the fulfillment, the closing would be handled by my team. So my business has become extremely leverageable for me so that I do not have to invest time and effort into getting the sales for my company, even though sales should be the topmost priority for me as a founder. But we need to do this in an extremely leveraged way that would not hurt my time, and I have a business that serves me and my time instead of consuming my time, right? Google revealed that on an average it takes 7 hours of content across 11 touch points over 4 different locations. 7 hours of content, 11 touch points, and 4 different locations to turn a prospect into a client. If there is a stranger, he needs to consume 7 hours of your content at least 11 different touch points at 4 different locations. I hope this makes sense. Google 7 for every client that we have been able to close for our clients with a lifetime value of more than $30,000, the journey started with a YouTube video. They opted into a lead magnet. They read 3 to 4 emails, watched another YouTube video, checked out the Trustpilot page, watched another YouTube video, watched a BSN, booked a sales call, spoke with a salesperson, and then finally paid in full. So this customer journey might look like random to the untrained eye, but as I said, people have been trained, they have generated some sort of tolerance around it. So we have to change this journey, right? So we created a new customer journey that actually makes the person or your prospect feels an untrained journey, right? They'd never get the chance to raise the guard ups and feel that this guy is going to sell me something. The old marketing methods used to have 1 hour of maximum exposure. There are these 3 ways that explains exactly how this is not a good thing to run old marketing funnels. We run ads, we put them through calendar sequence and then discovery call, demonstration call, and obviously the ghost. And the solution to this thing is not just a single funnel. It's not how you optimize your advertising campaigns, and it certainly does not require you to hire more employees. So that why would you hire more employees, right? If you're doing the wrong thing, you would hire more employees to do the wrong thing more. That doesn't work, right? Spending all days in DMs or posting more content. These things that I've said are not the solution. The solution is the RAD funnel. I'll tell you exactly what the RAD funnel is. It's a new kind of marketing system that thrives on today's trust recession. One that relies more on systems than people and can be managed in-house by just one person in less than an hour a day. Right? So if we install this thing for you, You do not have to worry about constantly changing stuff in here and investing a lot of time into this funnel. Just one person, 1 hour a day, and you are set. Since installing the ad funnel for our business and our clients, I have reduced the marketing team from 5 to just an employee and increased our profit margins from 34% to 50%. Right, and I basically got the business that serves me and my time instead of consuming it. The ad funnel manufactures the 7-11-4 rule for all of your prospects, creating a prospect journey that leads to more higher quality sales. So without wasting any time, let's see what the actual rad funnel is. This is just a tip of an iceberg, and there is a lot more components or elements that work with the rad funnel, right? So the very first thing that we do is we create a foundation copy, which basically means that we'll be understanding your business's avatar, primary goals, secondary goals, primary complaints, campaign argument. This is just a single page of the foundation copy, right? So we create the avatar, we understand what people that you work with. So for us, it is coaches, consultant, agency owners, online service providers with a price point of $2,500 or more, currently generating at least $5,000 a month, and want to scale using paid advertising and content creation. We find out what the primary goal is, secondary goal is, what their complaints are, and then we create a campaign argument. We discuss the campaign argument, and once we feel that this is exactly what you want, that's only when we start implementing the funnel. So we have 3 segments, right? Any marketing funnel that there has: top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and the bottom of the funnel. So on top of the funnels, we run collaborations, we run discovery ads, short form content, Google and Facebook ads, so that your content is omnipresent everywhere. Next thing that we do is we run MOFU that creates consideration for your business, like search results, lead magnets, and DSLs. Google search result is one of the best way to get high quality appointments or high quality leads. Someone's there on the internet and they are looking for a wellness coach near me, or a PT trainer near me, or a finance consultant near me, right? Very first name that they will see would be your businesses. And once they come into our proven sales funnel, there's no going back for them, right? The difference here between the people on Instagram and people on search results is that these people are highly intended. You put your business in front of the people who are actually looking for a solution. They literally went on to the internet and actually tried something, took an effort to find a solution of the problem. And if you provide that solution to them with a proper credibility online, then obviously they'll pay you instead of paying anyone else, right? So the main asset of our funnel here is YouTube. The best asset to develop trust is YouTube. So all of this traffic that we are generating, we will put into YouTube to actually nurture those people. Now imagine there is someone who is sitting on the internet trying to find a solution. You create a video and give them that a value. They have listened to you for like more than 7 hours. They have heard your voice. Obviously, they'll feel that I know him. So if you drive all of that traffic to YouTube, and then we finally put them through our proven sales funnel, even more detailed sales funnel this year, we'll get right into it share later on. So we try to book the meeting. We put them through email sequences from lead magnets and everything like that. Finally, we have the booking page. If the lead is unqualified, they go through another VSL that would help them to get qualified for a booking meet with us. Then we have qualification questionnaire after the booking page, so that we ask them some certain questions that would let them know that we are a little expensive and this thing is not for people who are just tire kickers, but actually are serious and not curious, right? So we have qualification questionnaire. Once they get qualified, we have a very specific thank you VSL to nurture them to actually show up on the call. And then we finally have a backend sequence that actually sends them WhatsApp messages, SMS, phone calls, voicemails, so that they actually show up. Reminders, basically, they actually show up for the meeting. Then we have our manual qualification mechanism where we give them a score, and upon those score depends if we would want to spend any more time on them. If yes, then we would spend some time and finally book a meeting. And if they do not qualify our manual qualification mechanism, then we create an empty slot for someone who's qualified more than that person, right? Moving ahead, we put them through Calendly, email, the sequences or anything like that. Then we finally have the salesperson confirmation email. See, you will be creating content, your ads will be running with your face on it. So you need to transfer that trust to one of a salesperson, right? So you will have to install a system that would actually transfer all of the trust that you have created to someone in your sales team, right? But if you don't do this, what would happen is that they would expect you to be sitting on a sales call, and then there would be disappointment and everything that we have filled would just fall off, right? And then finally we have the reoffer opportunity where we give them some kind of custom tailored offer so that they actually close with us. Then we have final onboarding sequences. And then this is just a tip of an iceberg of the complete trial funnel. So coming back here, see, the thing that you see here is a proven sales funnel. An opt-in page with proper headline, video sales letter, calendar, thank you VSL, and then they finally show up on the call, and then we finally close, right? So let's consider if we have 10,000 people coming into the opt-in page, we get 50 high ticket bookings or meetings in a week down the line. And out of those, let's consider we have a 50% closing rate. Then you have 25 clients right there. Basically, we have an opt-in page where we specifically mention that what kind of people our service is for. So there is this landing page, we have apply now button, then this is the opt-in page. I have clearly mentioned that this is for coaches, freelancers and agencies only. How I enroll 50 high ticket clients every month, and how you can copy a marketing funnel to get even higher quality leads or you do not pay. Risk reversal, right? Without doing webinars, building cold emails, replying hundreds of comments or sliding into the DMs or in any way. Once the click on gets started, there is this form that gets filled. Then we add some phone number here. And then this is the VSL. You don't want this thing to be filled like everyone does. The normal landing pages should look like this because we'll be running multiple things here, right? This is just one of the funnel that we have. You don't have to put all of the information in just one landing page so that there is high friction. People don't go forward, they just skip and just move back. So you need to keep things simple, one thing at a time, because even if they skip at this point of time, they'll find some other ad and they will think that, oh, this offer that they had was really good and I was exploring, but I don't know why did I came back out of it. So they would click on it, they would come back into the sequence and they would start the journey again, this time with more intake. So they would deeper down the funnel. So we have this VSL where we nurture those. Obviously, not 100% of these people would watch the VSL, right? If there are 500 people on this VSL, consider only 20% of the people who watch the video, more than 50%. We have these tracking mechanisms that would track what exact people actually watch our video more than 50%. And then your salesperson would actually try to book an appointment with that person first. And then later on, the rest 80% would be called or put through the sales procedure. So basically, this VSM performs as the best sales or filtering mechanism so that you filter out those people who are actually more interested into your service, call them first, get money first into their business, and then focus on the other people who are less intent, right? And then they finally book a meeting with us. We have this Calendly link, and if one of the times that they choose gets us to this questionnaire, we have one very specific question that is all, as we need to take you from point A to point B, we deeply need to understand point A first. What is your current revenue? Simple question. Many people just go back out of this, just go to the previous step because they have watched the video completely. Only then this button you could see down here, book a meeting, is open, right? So if there is a person who has watched the video completely, only then this button would be visible to them, right? So anyone who comes into the final Calendly page, we know that they have watched the video completely. So even if they do not book a sales call with me, remember they have opt-in here and they submitted all of their information here, right? So using that information, we can have appointment setters to call them, set an appointment, because we know that they took one step to book a meeting with us, but for some reason they didn't book. This is the highest form of intent of booking or having a meeting with you or your business. So moving back, we have the opt-in, we have this video sales letter, then we have the calendar. We had that questionnaire, their qualification questionnaire there on the calendar itself. And then once they book a meeting, we have the thank you VSL setup. And because they have submitted their name, email, phone number, are questions that we put to understand exactly what they are like and what their business is. And appointment setters could actually book a meeting for them or meeting with them, right? And then the appointment setters would take the call and then close, and you'll receive the final payment into your bank account. The next thing that we do is we actually run lead magnet ads, paid lead magnets or free lead magnets, but we actually like paid ads more. We'll explain paid lead magnets more. I'll explain why is that. But we have lead magnets, they would share their name, email and phone number. For that lead magnet, we will have the appointment setters set a booking with us on our calendar. We also have the email sequences that would push them to book a meeting with us, and once they are here, they would move ahead down the funnel. So this is a proven sales system that actually works. And because we have a proven sales system here, it does not matter where you bring the traffic from, whether it's from YouTube, Instagram, ads, or LinkedIn. All of this traffic would be put into opt-in funnel. The next thing that we have here is running ads using paid lead magnet so that they get to the sales page for the lead magnet, submit their lead, and then finally we have their email and WhatsApp SMS sequences to book a meeting with us. They would buy $1 to $90, $99 low ticket product from us. They would go to the checkout page, and after the checkout page, they would have filled their information. We'll get their information for email sequences, SMS sequences, or anything like that. Then we have the order bump, and then we again have the double order bump for a product worth $2,000 or $4,000. So basically, you got a 10% discount over this 10K, right? So you made some money back here. Out of these 100 orders, let's consider 20 bought the $200 product. So that is $4,000, I guess. You will make some of the money back into the business. Now let's consider only 5 people bought the $500 offer, right? Only 4 people bought that. You have made $2,000 extra. So you basically got more than $3,000 back. You got in all a 30% discount running Facebook ads. So this is how we optimize running ads. Again, we have a detailed discussion about how we run Facebook ads if you book a sales call with us, right? The way we run ads is the absolute best and the most efficient way to run Facebook ads. If you want to learn exactly how that is possible, you can book a call with us by the link here in the document or link in the description, so that you can actually figure out what the rat funnel is and also find out how we run Facebook ads for the coaching business or any kind of service-based business. For those of you who need more information, let me explain why I believe that the rat funnel is the absolute most effective streamlined method for modern client acquisition. See, the very first reason that I think the rat funnel is the best is because it creates a fortress around the business. More and more of your competitors are simply copying and pasting what you are doing, offering the same things, making the same claims, and just creating a race to the bottom where you can't even charge more. You have to cut your prices because your competitors has cut the prices and all of the prospects are moving to them. And why shouldn't they? If your unique selling proposition for your business is how much you care for your clients, your competitors can easily make the same claim. Look, I'm sure that what you're doing is unique, but it's not uber unique, which means it's easy for your new competitors to enter the market. But if you build a brand which this funnel is best at doing, you create a fortress that nobody can copy, allowing him to charge more and create your own category to sell from. This is what has actually allowed Kylie Jenner to reach 1 billion net worth, Rock to sell tequila and make $800 million, Iman Radzi SMMA coaching, obviously $40 million plus per year, Wes Watson selling men coaching, making more than $25 million per year. And this is something that you are doing, and why are you not being able to make such money? But the main thing here is creating a brand is actually a leverage, because even if you don't have insanely unique, you can leverage the brand to create generational wealth in just few short years. These people didn't have anything unique, right? If you just focus on something anything that's their service or their fulfillment, these people didn't have something that was unique, but they still made millions of dollars out of it, basically created generational wealth. Alex Salmozi, the longer I do business, the longer I believe in a single truth, that is brand. Creating a brand for yourself, and that is why we focus on YouTube. You are no longer one banned account away from losing it all. I have experienced this multiple times, and it used to keep me up through the night for multiple days. I tried creating new advertising accounts, but they would eventually be shut down. Then I committed to building a system that was much more robust, omnipresent, so that this problem, if I have to ever face in the future, it won't affect me. So that is why a YouTube channel is such a best way to go around this problem. The next reason, you are much more profitable. It's common in our industry for your cost per acquisition to take up to 50% of your total customers or contract value, and you are left with just pennies and dollars over that deal. That's because you're forcing the sales, you're not enabling them. If you have still forgotten what the 7-Eleven phone rule is, you can move or scroll up into the document and you can read what the exact 7-Eleven phone rule is. The ad funnel uses different type of advertising that generates much higher ROI. See, it costs us around 0.17 cents to get someone to watch our top of the funnel content, and $0.32 for someone to watch another piece of content within the next 7 days. Compare it to the traditional $15 cost for someone to watch a video sales letter, and which is realistically more like 30% cost per view if you factor in the videos that are being played at just 50%. Many of the people just drop watching that video, right? So We are much more profitable here. We make or give you a high discount on running paid ads. See, I have written over thousands of video sales data for myself and my clients, and each one takes hours of painstaking efforts without even knowing that it would ever convert. Because of our experience throughout, we exactly know what and how VSLs should be optimized. What elements should be put into what part of the VSL, right? The ad funnel relies on the foundation copy, as I mentioned before earlier, that you can use to create thousands of mini video sales letters, which can also be used to post on YouTube for education or entertainment. So people come to YouTube for education and entertainment, so they are more receptive and less guarded towards your more salesy content. Each mini video sales letter can speak to different selling point of your product or service and can compound to ensure 7+ hours of content consumption before the prospect book their sales on. See, you are a coach or an agency or a service provider, right? So you have different services, you have different elements under your coaching, different stages of your coaching or service, right? So you can create many video sales letters over those aspects, over those segments, and then post it online. You can even create much more content breaking down even those little segments, right? And that would together ensure 7+ hours of content consumption. So if there is a topic that is like 50% of your coaching program that we have, break it down even more. We can take that 50%, put or create a video around it. That would be what, like 15 minutes long form video. You can find even little concepts under that main 50% of your fulfillment or element, and you can create much more content. So breaking down one concept into multiple parts would help you create small videos but still long form and ensure that you have 7 hours plus of content consumption before the prospects book a sales call with you. So what would this lead to is that they would know you before you know them. They would think that you are a friend who is genuinely trying to help them. In this way, trust could be built way before they book a sales call with us, so that when you are on the sales call, you don't spend hours trying to build that trust and rather have a 15-minute sales call where you would be asking them, have you watched our video? Do you understand what we provide? Do you know what the pricing is? And do you think that it would actually help you? If yes, then why would you pay us? So every second doesn't have to be perfect, allowing you for faster testing and iteration, preventing you from wasting tens and thousands of dollars in ads in the testing phase. The next benefit, you create multiple leads from the assets that you already own. We generate around roughly 75 leads for one of our clients from just one lead magnet. We created that and attached to our YouTube video, for which they exchange their name, email, and phone number. Most of the time it's just a Google document that I use for the scripts on the YouTube videos and VSLs like this. That leads get hit up by our appointment setting teams and are uploaded to the YouTube advertising platform as custom audiences and send emails, and eventually roughly 20% of them eventually book a call or a sales call with us. The next thing, it is self-sustaining. We have videos that organically generate thousands of monthly views, which my clients created even literally 2 years ago. This screenshot is one of my client's screenshot that he sent me at 3 in the morning in his standard time, and as you can see, in just last 48 hours he got 26,000 views and he could convert, I guess, 3% of this particular view, and that was just great video for it. Now the best part, why YouTube? Because YouTube has retargeting built-up. Thanks to the YouTube's algorithm and a few special tricks that we use, we can create a binge watching experience for our prospects, significantly increasing the likelihood of them booking a call with you. See, if you can see that the next videos that are suggested here is from the same channel. This is what we need to create. YouTube does not have an attention algorithm, it has a sales algorithm. It's money printing algorithm. On your YouTube channel, YouTube would rather show not a similar video but your video itself. This would help you to create that 7 hours of content, check it off your goal star, and actually create one of the main leverage you can have for your business, right? You also found that it significantly increases the return on ads from other channels, because the leads that get hit up from YouTube are already high quality, and you put them into Facebook ads, custom audiences, so that only those people would be retargeted again. Does not matter if they are on LinkedIn, if they are on YouTube, or if they are on Facebook, right? Next thing, you will be ahead of the curve. For better or for worse, more and more people are giving it all away on online. Every day a new guru pops up, makes it a mission to destroy all other gurus. They are uploading entire courses online for free, essentially cutting the knees from under their competition. Information is democratized, everyone can share it and everyone can access it. Instead of being upset or trying to guard your secrets, leverage the ad funnel to generate as much reach as possible while it is still up the ocean. Give away information, sell the implementation. That's what we we feel is the best way to go around. Next thing, it leverages the best salesperson, that is you. Let's be honest, we do not have any desire to sit on 8 plus sales call a day, no matter how much money it makes you. Nobody will ever be able to sell as the way you can sell. Nobody cares as much as you do. Nobody has the expertise as you have, which is why the rat funnel is so powerful, right? So you are the coach, you are the best at what you are doing, and you are expecting some salesperson to bring in sales for you. Your prospects would be asking few questions that only you can answer, right? So if you do not, create that trust, answer all of their questions even before they book a sales call, it's going to be very hard for you to sit on a sales call like literally 8 hours a day. And obviously, when would you fulfill the existing clients that you have? This is a big thing that we are solving here, right? It turns you into the number one salesperson for the company, but in an infinitely leveraged way. Your salesperson become more like order takers, and you publish sales asset that educate your prospect, handle objection, nurture them, and then finally send them. All you have to do is create content that is oriented towards making a sale, helping them, that would nurture them, educate your prospects, right? This allows you to hire a few salesperson and increase your average revenue per employee. We also use the transfer of trust videos or emails to transfer all of that equity that you have generated with your prospects to your sales team before the sales call. This is one of the emails that we showed to our prospects who have booked a meeting with us. Hey, this is Rishi, founder of Radiant Media. Thanks for booking a time with us. I have made you a quick video to introduce you to one of our top consultants and the person that you will be speaking with, Jason. So this is what the emails and these messages are about. Create or transfer all of the equity and trust that you have developed with the prospect to one of the salesperson, right? If you're ready to jump on one of a kind opportunity that you have, do not hesitate to make your move and book a call with us. We'll figure out if this is something that would work for you. We'll find out the exact things that we can do for you. And if you are right fit, we would love to work with you and help you create a business that's going to serve you instead of you serving the business, right? For those who are interested but still have some questions, there are some common questions that I have addressed in this document. So you might be thinking that, isn't organic very slow to scale? The traditional way of posting content is slow to scale, but this is not that. We use best of the both worlds. One of our clients channel got this number of views in last year itself. We've helped them gain 28,000 subscribers, estimated revenue, watch time, and the total amount of views that we had. We doubled our clients' organic reach this year by leveraging the ad fund. Remember, more views is equal to more exposure, more trust, more sales call, more sales. We leverage hyper-targeted audience, a specific type of advertising campaign on YouTube, and a specific structure to our videos to systematically manufactures those 7 hours of content for pennies over dollars. As I mentioned, average cost per view is just $0.17. We also leverage middle of the funnel assets like paid retargeting ads to squeeze the most out of every viewer and be able to generate consistent 20 calls a day on average. These are some screenshots around our conversion rates and average cost per customer acquisition or cost per view online. In addition, we leverage other channels and platforms, short form content, Facebook ads, to fuel this organic growth, driving traffic to something that's going to build trust. So it's really the best of both worlds, organic as well as paid. All of the content consumption and trust that comes from organic sources comes from the rapid scale of paid advertising. So basically, we are focused on creating an organic channel, but we want to create a credible organic channel in the fastest way possible. So we are using the paid advertising as a mechanism. Eventually, after some time, we will stop using paid advertising because we already have something of credibility, and that's going to build more credibility well down the line. So the next question that you will have is probably, isn't this very messy and complex? Honestly, yes and no. It's not messy, but it would likely be if you don't leverage the ad funnel and instead just randomly posted content. But the funnel is already created with efficiency in mind. See, we are obsessed with efficiency. Every single thing is connected to another and has a place for itself. Every piece of content we created and the asset we build follows a specific message derived from the foundation aspects of your offer, and the avatar, the pain point, the USP that we have, the campaign argument that we have, the foundation, the copy that we discussed, right? It's like an orchestra that is perfectly playing with each other to create something beautiful. It can be complex, I won't lie, but it's easy once you've set it up, right? And the setup is something that we would do for you. This service would be a done for you service, right? It is easy to manage once you have set it up, but setting it up does require some science and some system. Anyone can make a guarantee to run a Facebook ad, which is why you see so many of those out there on the internet. The ad funnel requires an upfront investment but pays dividend for years. The next question that people have is that, isn't it difficult to create content? Don't I need to hire an entire media team? See, the thing is that I've been into this game for like 3.5 years now, 3 years or more accurately, and content creation and quality has come to this bell curve, right? With time, as content just initially started blowing up, the production quality was like here, and as it went up, production quality increased. We've come to a time where your production quality does not need to be as good, because people have developed some type of tolerance around high quality production and instantly think that he's going to sell me something, right? So that's why there is just a camera in front of me, I'm sitting here, and there's just one softbox here, and that's that. Nothing more, nothing less. And here's another example of how low production content generates 600 plus sales in just 3 days for one of our prospects. He got like 253k views. He's just having a camera and he's sitting in his apartment and talking about stuff that he knows is the best. Right? We have another client. He generated 86,000 views in a few days with only 40,000 subscribers. And he's just sitting there having a blackboard, whiteboard, and just writing things off. This views make human. These videos have no editing, no thumbnail. We get an insane amount of engagement when we have our clients post similar casual style videos. And you don't need to invest tens and thousands of dollars into equipment or media or editing team, all of which eventually you would like to invest. But much more important at the first is to create a message or a script or a content or an asset, and how you distribute it to your audience, right? Also, we are not trying to be famous. We are trying to be Wendy. So we don't need our videos to be like Mr. Beast. Our audience actually do not have a less attention span. I would say that someone is actually looking for a solution. It does not matter if the video has some editing or not. If what you say is valuable in the first 30 seconds to 40 seconds, they would stick and watch the complete video of you. As you scale to multiple pieces of content a week, you will want to create a media system like us that allows us to take just 6 hours of filming a month and publish 300 pieces of content without clients' involvement. Creating a media system is just putting practices and efforts into a certain way that would result in a smooth production of content. You can use any task manager app or an app that we suggest our clients to use to create the system that would help you to put content consistently on YouTube. You might ask, shouldn't I be creating short form content? What we observed is that this was a huge mistake that people made in this industry. Everyone who was talking about how short form content was being promoted by these platforms online, which resulted in people post insane amount of short form content. People went from posting 2 times a week on YouTube to posting twice in 3 months. And what I observed honestly was a dip in everyone's revenue. The problem that we spotted was that not many serious people likely to pay you were on these short form content. Let me ask you a few questions before this, right? We are business owners and we constantly keep learning. We all follow some people who are leading in our industry. And please be honest when I ask you this question. What is a medium through which you learn from these people? Do we listen to their work? Do we read their work? We obviously watch them, right? I personally watch Alex Hormozi all the time. Remember, exposure is equal to trust is equal to sales call, and there isn't a lot of exposure in a 30 or 60-second video. When I finally spoke to some of the masters of the short form content world, they explained that short form wasn't the right move unless it had a very wide, low ticket B2C consumer base or target audience. They suggested that I use my short form content to drive to my long form content, but that still doesn't make sense for most of the people. On an average, the short costs $60 to get us 3,000 views. If you imagine that 1% of those views click the link in the bio and go to a long form content, we are paying $2 for every view on our long form content. That's not bad, but if you add in the fact that it is targeted, it requires the management of multiple editors, and that's 13 times the cost of what you could have been getting directly from YouTube. It starts to make a little less sense of creating short form content. I'm not saying that don't do short form content. We have many clients succeed in taking short form content and plugging it into the right funnel. We are obsessed with efficiency, and for most people, creating short form content to generate high ticket sales is not efficient. Yes, you do see short form content in the right funnel. That's only after we have built the conversion mechanism, which is a long form content, right? It just acts as another form of traffic, the short form content. Next thing that you might ask is that, can't I just keep doing what I'm doing? Yes, if whatever you are doing is working, do it, keep doing it, don't stop. This is the exact beauty of the right funnel, is that you can just plug it into your existing client acquisition methods, whether that DM ads, video sales data, Facebook groups, anything that you do right now would actually increase its effectiveness if you install the rad funnel into your business. Take it from someone who has already made and spent millions trying out all of the above methods. You also want to start building a brand with the rad funnel. The brand is the only thing that will last, and it's the only thing in our industry that would give your company a real enterprise value. Someday your account will get shut down and you will have appointments set as quit, your Facebook group would go dead, etc. And you'll be happy that you invested some time and effort into the rad funnel. Because if that happens, your business is just gone. You won't be generating clients or leads anymore. As I said earlier, the rad funnel does not require you to give up cash now for cash later. It is meticulously crafted to be the best of the both worlds. You invest to get to see results. You'll be putting out more value than you take from the marketplace while still taking a lot. Isn't content difficult to monetize? If you relied on AdSense, sponsorship, low ticket products, yes, it would be very hard for you to monetize the content. But if you are a coach or consultant agency on a course creator online service provider with a price point of more than $2,000, it's almost too easy to make money. See, if you are charging $500 from one client, right, and you are generating 100 leads, you close 10% of them, so basically you have made $5,000. You're working with 10 people. But what if you charge $2,000 from one prospect, and out of those 100 leads, only 5 close with you? You still make $10,000, but now you're working with less number of people, saving up more time to work with more people worth $2,000 each. So you are working with 10 people here with the low ticket product while making $10,000, $5,000, and you are working with 5 people here but making $10,000. Less work, more money. So it's like almost too easy to make money if your price point is high. We have learned that about 2% of users become leads for our business. If your videos get 1,000 views, you'll get around 20 leads. If you set up the rad funnel correctly, about 20% of those leads should eventually become sales calls. And because of the method in which the trust was manufactured before the sales call, closing rate using the rad funnel is around 35% or even more. These numbers can vary greatly depending on your offer, price point, messaging, how you structure the video, with middle of the funnel and the bottom of the funnel assets, and so much more. So that being said, we formally invite you to book a call with our team about how we can install the rad funnel into your business today. We are looking to work with a handful of course creators, online consultancy agencies, consultants, course creators, online service providers with a price point of more than $2,000, and who understand how powerful the rad funnel can be for predictably generating qualified calls that show up, buy, and then buy again. I'll spend the rest of my time here explaining how the process works, how quickly you can start seeing results, and what will you get by working with us. So the very first thing is that I cannot stress this enough. There's not just one thing that makes the rad funnel work. As I said, it is an orchestra that every element needs to work in the utmost efficiency to make the whole funnel work in the best way. It's not just about posting more content, running YouTube ads, creating video newsletter, and launching targeted ads, creating a lead magnet, or anything like that. It is a system. All the pieces work together harmoniously like an airplane engine. Even with one missing piece, it could lead to a disaster. It could easily take thousands of hours for you to try to put the system together on your own. Not to mention, you have never built it before, so you don't even know what success looks like. This is my life's work. After testing dozens of different types of marketing campaigns, spending millions on ads for our clients, and working with 50 plus clients, we have boiled this process down to the exact science. Second of all, this is not a course. This is a done-for-you marketing system that would generate you more than $25,000 to $50,000 in revenue, high-ticket sales, and we will be helping you to install this system into your business. We'll be inside a private Slack channel with you and your team, answering all of your questions, delivering assets, and optimizing your campaigns. Our team of experts does most of the heavy lifting for you, building, structuring, and connecting the rad funnel, writing the video sales letter, advertising copy, the foundational asset, setting up the advertising campaign, and testing them before we go live. Plus, for an additional monthly retainer, we can edit your videos, create thumbnails, and run the ads for you. This means that you will spend less time watching the course, sitting through a 2-hour session, 3-hour, 3-day webinars, or anything like that. Spend more time getting stuff done. This is not a course. I'll repeat. This is not a course. This is a system that you will be installing into your business, which ultimately means that you will make fewer mistakes to get your rad funnel launched faster. Our average client has had an entire rad funnel launched in just 25 days. How the process works. Very first thing that we do is we optimize your offer using our formula and making it irresistible in your market. You'll be able to charge higher prices, close sales call, and collect more cash upfront, making your service simple and cheaper to fulfill, which ultimately means that you will take more money with less work and start to separate yourself from the competition. You do this first because it lays the foundation of every other step and allows us to create much larger, much colder audience. You do this first because it lays the foundation for every other step and allows us to scale into a much larger, much colder market. Next, we will help you create the sales copy blueprint. The foundational copy, as I mentioned, you can hand it over to any future employee or an advertising agency you will work with, and they'll be able to charge or create hyper specific messaging in just minutes. We'll even show you how to use ChatGPT to create unlimited supply of new advertising copy, social media content, email campaigns, and marketing assets. Next, we build the ad funnel for you. The custom automated end-to-end marketing system is meticulously crafted to create a prospect journey that builds trust, that turns total strangers into paying prospects ready to book an appointment on your calendar. See, every ad funnel is different. A team of experts will look at what traffic channels you already are using and what conversion assets you already have in place to create a custom tailored marketing system that uses high degree of efficiency and leverage. Because the ad funnel is centered around Google's 7-11-4 rule, we'll be able to drastically increase your volume of qualified book calls while building a system that relies less on you or your team. The best part is you'll no longer have to sell on your sales call. It becomes more of a order taking process. And this isn't like a coaching program or a course. You are not just going to overwhelm you with information and leave you to figure out the system for yourself. We are a highly trained team of experts who have worked on thousands of marketing systems and who would do the most of the heavy lifting for you. This is as much as for your benefit as it is for ours. We can guarantee success because we do all the most impactful and difficult work for you, and we'll help you install our content creation system so that you can generate hundreds of pieces of content in just few hours of work. In addition, once you have the ad funnel up and running, we will continue to work with you one-on-one to refine the system, optimize it with you weekly to get higher and higher returns on your investment. We will listen to your sales call and give you feedback, review your campaigns, performance, make suggestions, and even show you how to delegate the management of them to someone else so you can remove yourself entirely from your business. This ultimately means you'll never be alone in this process. No more relying on team members and 70 plus work weeks to run your business. You are just one Slack message away from solving any bottleneck or any problems that you might be experiencing. And this is not all. Once you solve the client acquisition problem, you'll likely turn or run into the service delivery problem. That's why we will work with you to install our client conveyor system that we created that takes newly closed deals and turns them into satisfied referral giving clients in the most streamlined way possible. This means that you will be able to protect your offer and minimize customer work, allowing you to retain a higher profit margin as you scale. On top of that, after we have worked with you to solve your client acquisition and client fulfillment for your business, your final bottleneck would be operations. I know this from first-hand experience because it wasn't too long when I had to shut down our entire ad funnel about a year ago. That cost me hundreds and thousands of dollars as I scrambled to figure out how to build hiring systems, manage employees, and create attractive compensation packages. You won't have to experience any of that. We are going to show you how we structure our project management software, meetings, organizational charts, KPIs for the highest dollar per employee possible with the least amount of headache or complexity. We are barely scratching the surface of what we can do. We don't see this as a one and done thing. Imagine this scenario. Your marketing campaign isn't delivering the results that you expected. Typically, if you are doing this alone, you will be stuck trying to guess your way to success, but not with us. You can simply ping a team of experts in your private Slack channel if you don't catch the problem first, and we'll make adjustment based on what we believe to be the problem. Our client success team isn't just for former clients that we reverberated what I said. Our client success team isn't just for former clients who each of our client success manager has scaled their business to either 6 or 7 figures and goes through a regular training and feedback process to ensure our clients get the best help possible. The best part is that there is no additional cost for this level of support, no equity that you'll have to lose, and no nagging monthly retainer. Due to the nature of work we do and intimate one-on-one support we provide, we can only work with a certain number of clients a month. So if you are tired of a business not generating the freedom and revenue you know it's capable of, go below this video and book a meeting or a call with our team right now. We can only work with a limited number of clients a month, month. So don't wait to book a call so we can go more in depth on what the right funnel would look like in your business today. Finally, if you have this document, there is the table of content that outlines the document that talks about the benefits of the right funnel, answers all of the questions if you still have doubt, and everything exactly how the fulfillment would look like for you for your business. Remember, there's a link in the description that would help you to book a meeting with us, or you can directly reach out to us by the WhatsApp link that is provided below. That being said, looking forward to have a meeting.